This tutorial is going to go over how to complete a research log. Now, by the end of this process, you'll have completed 6 research logs for your research essay for English 10. And I remind you that in your first couple research logs, like we talked about in class, we won't be talking about the organization yet. We're just going to research the problem that your organization addresses. All right, so that means that for my sample, I'm going to be addressing the problem of domestic violence. I'm not going to use my organization's website yet. I'm just going to stick to domestic violence. So I found this fantastic source. I know that it's legitimate because it's a .gov. I also know that it was put out by the U.S. Department of Justice. And I can see that it gives a lot of really helpful information. So I thought that this would be really helpful in writing my essay. So when I look back at my log, the first thing it asked me to do is create an MLA citation. So what we can do is copy and paste this URL, and then when we go into ezbib.com, we can just copy and paste that in there. Now it tells us that they're gathering our information now, and there's something important you need to note. When you click Cite This, it will let you know, here's what we need your help with. Click Continue to the final step, and then note that you've got to go back and look at what parts are highlighted in orange, and is there any information you can include. So it's asking for an author or contributor. With this one, there really isn't a specific author listed, and that's okay, because with a lot of governmental organizations or governmental departments, we don't list an author. So we leave that blank. Next, it asks for a date of electronic publishing. Well, that information we actually do have. We scroll down and we see that it announces that this website was updated on June 16th, 2017. So we include that information. Looks like that's everything else we can do. And so let's click Create Citation. Great. Here's our citation. We are going to copy and paste this back into our research log. I always think it is good practice to go and clear the formatting here so that it looks the same as the rest of your page. Okay, now it asks for a source summary. We can write in our source summary just a few sentences. Great. Even if it's just that short, that's really okay. You can't write your source summary until you read it. Now, I read mine ahead of time here, but make sure that you sit down and read your source first, because without it, you can't write a summary of what it says. After we write our summary, we're going to go back into our research log and see what it asks for next. Here it asks, how does the source cover the appropriate information? Again, in a couple sentences, just answer. It could be anything from it covers it through a personal interview with someone who's experienced it, or it's an encyclopedia article. For us, we'll say the article includes a thorough list of the different kinds of domestic violence. Each entry on the list has an elaborate definition. It also provides resources in the form of phone numbers to those let's say, victims. Great. Sometimes these look a little bit similar. That's okay. All right, next, we have to go find the interesting information from this article. So this is actually the easy part, or this page rather. So we look through, let's see. We define domestic violence as a pattern of abusive behavior in any relationship that is used by one partner to gain or maintain power or control over another intimate partner. Great. Actually, this entire mini paragraph looks really good to me. So I'm going to come in here, going to copy and paste that in, and clear formatting. I'm going to add quotation marks around it to make sure that I remember that this is a direct quote, meaning I just copy and pasted it in. And then I'm going to go up and see which of these questions this answers. So for me, this answers what is the problem or cause, since it's simply defining it. All right, then we go back. Let's see. Domestic violence can happen to anyone regardless of race, age, sexual orientation, religion, or gender. It affects people of all socioeconomic backgrounds. Good. This looks really good. I am going to do the exact same thing here. Copy and paste it in. Add my quotation marks. And then when I look up to me, I think this is still paragraph 1. I think it's both of these questions, actually. Whom does this problem impact, and what kind of communities are affected? All right, so then I'm just going to continue doing that. I'm going to find another piece that I would need from this website, and then I'll copy and paste that in under number 3, and then I'll highlight the question and answers. Some things you should keep in mind. You should only have 1 log per source, meaning once I find a new page I want to use, I need to go to research log number 2. I should not keep going with research log number 1. Next, each research log does not need to answer every one of these problems. In fact, a lot of research logs you'll fill out, maybe you have a whole page that only focuses on the brief history of the problem. That's fine. You might have all 5 facts that really only answer that question. That's totally okay, and that's normal. The purpose of the research logs is just to it's a way to organize the information that you learn as you kind of explore your problem in detail. When you get to research logs 5 and 6, you can start researching your organization, and I'll go ahead and assume that one of those will be your organization website, as you should too. The other one can be a news article or something of that sort. Other than that, your due dates for all these are listed on Google Classroom for you. I think the rest is pretty self-explanatory, so get to work.